All right, so I am in the office and in my husband's office, and I have to deal with books. I want to start sorting books and start getting rid of my own books. And this is what I have to deal with. Well, one part of what I have to deal with, because I have some books here in his office. Actually, that whole shelf, right there. All of these are my books, and these include, let's actually check them out. Some of these books include, a lot of, I guess, faith-based books. So there's a lot of Joel Austin books in there, a Bible in French, a lot of journals, a lot of fasting type books that I've had for like years or that my mom gave me. So all of these, I have to put them in boxes, and I have to figure out what to do with them. I will probably donate them or send them to used bookstore type thing. And so these are like faith-based books. In front of me here, I'm gonna flip the phone real quick, but in front of me I have school books mostly. So these are all the books that I've used either during my studies, mostly my PhD. So I have a lot of books that I use for my research, a lot of books on slavery, because my research was all about tourism and slavery. So I have a lot of historical books, and I'm just gonna put them down here. This one was, these are like research books, like research methods and all of that. Cultural tourism, they're kind of mixed up. This is one of the two books that I brought with me from Morocco. So this one is in French. The Mercato is like kind of like the Bible of marketing, and this one is in French. Yay! I don't think I've used it since I've been here like 20 years, and I don't think I've used it once. Well, so I have a lot of tourism books that I've used in my studies, books that I've used to teach as well, like this one, The Business of Hospitality and Tourism. This is like a classic in tourism that I've used to teach. These two are actually books that I have contributed to, and this is my advisor, Tazim Jamal, and I have 2 book chapters in these. So this one is all about tourist experiences. That's really what my research was all about. Tourist experiences, but specifically at sites related to dark tourism, sites related to slavery. So here I am exploring the conceptual and analytical framing of dark tourism, from darkness to intentionality. So page 29, let's look at this. I don't think I've looked at this book in years. Here we go. So that's me right there. And we talk about dark tourism, and we talk about an example of dark sites of African American cultural heritage in the US, and specifically slavery tourism, like enslavement history and stuff like that. So like plantations, former plantations and stuff like that. So that's my book chapter in this one. What's the book chapter on this one? Let's see. It's in, one. Chip. Let's flip through this. Case studies, here we go. All right, so let's look for my name. Here we go. Oh, there we go. So, roots seeking and belonging in the African diaspora. Page 123. The thing with these book chapters is like I contributed to them, and then I never really read the other case studies. So here we go. That's basically talking about my dissertation work and the kind of work I did in slavery tourism at the African Burial Ground National Monument. It's in New York City. So if you haven't heard about it, you definitely should go and check it out. This is actually a picture that I took at the site. That's where I did my dissertation work about 11, 12, no more years ago, more than that. That was back in 2010. So more than that. Okay, so I have a lot of books, like I said, on research. Oh, this was a good book on Atlantic slave trade. I have a lot of books on racism as well, assimilation in American life. Let me see, working towards whiteness, Black feminist thoughts. This one's on slavery, Sugar Masters. This one is on slavery as well. This was a very good book. I really liked this one. Books on dissertation work, how to conduct research. Research books. What else do I have? Oh, yeah, a lot of books on how to conduct research. Oh, hey, another book here. Another book chapter I'm in. Aha, interesting. Let me see what this one is. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the table of content. Let's see if I can find it. Bum, 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 bum. Turkey. Where am I? Where am I? Wait. Where's my book chapter? Hold on. Let's look at this again. Slum tourism, medical tourism, tourism in war, sexuality, women in tourism, gender in tourism, tourism, animal ethics, last chance tourism, tourism in China, tourism in agriculture, children and family, innovation, national parks, change polar, India, volunteer tourism. There we go. No, that's not me. Dark tourism and place identity. That's where I should be. There you go. Hold on. What's going on here? What's going on here? Was I in this one? Yes, I was. Hold on. I forgot if I was on this one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find my name. Let me see if I can find my name in here. Elmina Castle. So I should be in here, right? 29 and 40. Let's look at that. 29 and 40. Because why else would I have this book in here? Did they just send it to me? Or just to send it to me? I don't know. Well, I'm not this one. 29. Come on. There we go. I knew it. It's kind of silly that I didn't know I was in here, but I am. I forgot the title of the book chapter. Here we go. African Americans at Sight of Darkness. Root-seeking, diasporic identities, and placemaking. Ooh, fancy title. But yeah, that's the book chapter. That's me right there with my advisor. And let's see. So yeah, we talk about root tourism in Ghana, the whole concept of Sankofa. What else? Okay, we talk about slavery tourism in the US, sites of significance and belonging. So I looked at the National Civil Rights Museum, Martin Luther King Jr. National Memorial, National Historic Site, Cane River Historical Park, and the African Burial Ground. This is where I did my dissertation work. So yep, that's the case study at the African Burial Ground. What else do we have? What else? Interpretation, secular and sacred meaning of space. Oh man, this takes me back. Okay, so that was one of those books. What else do we have? So these are a lot of the things that I taught, classes that I taught. So on event planning, specifically in hospitality and tourism, event design, how to design events. Yes, that was a good one. So international hotels, I taught some courses on that as well. What else do we have? Resorts, tourism. That's a photo album from when I was a baby. Introduction to Recreation and Leisure. That was a class that I taught as well. Ooh, I have these books from my single days. Yeah. Sassy, Single, and Satisfied. Nice. Oh, these books are from some research that we did in Mexico. I think it's when we went to San Miguel de Allende, was it? Or maybe that was the first time. And they gave us a lot of these books on tourism, on sustainable forms of tourism, and it's all in Spanish. So that's pretty cool. Yep, another book on tourism. Right there, but it's in Spanish. I didn't read this book, but it was one on the class that I took with Dr. Fegan. Actually, I signed up for the class and I think I dropped the class for some reason. I think I ended up taking a class in French literature because it would be an easy A for me because the class was in French. And most of the books that we studied in that French literature class, I studied these books in high school. So I was like, let me go take that class for an easy A. Books on pregnancy. I bought this book when once we learned that we were expecting twins. This is a very good book, actually, for anybody expecting multiples. Definitely go for it. I have some books on autism because my oldest has autism. This is what? I have some books on tourism. Oh, this one's a good one. You study tourism, and if you're looking at the other side of tourism, like the social and cultural impacts of tourism, like the side of tourism that you don't see, like beyond the resorts. This is a good book, like specifically on Jamaica and the Caribbean, like what goes beyond the resorts and why all-inclusive resorts are not as great. Let me just put it that way. What is this? Yeah, research, recreation, parks and tourism. So a lot of books on that I definitely am not going to use anymore. Destination Culture was such a good book. I really like this book. It's really, really good on tourism and on the impacts of tourism, like looking at tourism, travel and tourism beyond let's just go travel and have a good time, but looking at the impacts of travel on local communities and all of that. So I have to organize these books probably by themes, genres, or like research books. Oh, I remember when our advisor gave us this book. My advisor gave this book to all of her, like September 2009. Yeah, in the middle of dissertation writing. She gifted it to all of her students because she wanted us to learn how to write properly. Writing for social scientists. There we go. This one is, From Miami to Miss America and Beyond. So this one is on race in America, the writing life. Oh, I remember the writing days. So yeah, so I'm going to have to organize these books, put them in boxes, organize tourism-related books, research-related books, racism-related books, pregnancy-related books, What else? All these different books, so my category. But that's not all. I have more books in the garage. So let's go look at those books. So this is the other part of the books that I have in the garage. And funny enough, I speak about that in the other video that I did on decluttering and things that I found in the garage. I found a lot of dictionaries, and that these three I brought from Morocco with me when I moved to the US. I think I've used this one a few times, French English, because I had to. This one, English dictionary, I don't think I've used it. Yeah, English Spanish, I don't even know where I bought it. I don't think I've ever used it since I bought it. So it's been in the garage for 20 years. This old school learning Portuguese, I've always wanted to learn Portuguese, but I haven't yet. So I haven't used this book in over 15 years. This is something that I found too. This is a bridal consulting program that I took actually during my master's program, because I was really bored, to be honest, and I wanted something to do, and I watched an infomercial late on TV, and it was about different programs that you could take, and I picked bridal consulting. It was fun, and that was when did I do this? Let me see. It was back in 2005. Yep, back in 2005. So at the beginning of my second semester, my master's, it was, yeah, I had time to kill. And I have all these books to get rid of. All these books. More tourism books. I have some books that I actually picked up when I was teaching or when I was a student, and that I never really used. So this one I probably read, journal. This one I think I picked up just because I knew that I was going to teach tourism and hospitality, but I don't think I've ever used it. I probably picked this up too. This one I used for, let me see, I think I used, it was in 2007. I taught a class using this book. This one's a classic. I think I used it to teach a class. I think that this one I just bought. I don't think I've used it in class. Ooh, look at that. This is like a copy of a textbook, but it's in French. That means that I brought it with me from Morocco. I don't even know if I used it, to be honest. But yeah, it's 20 years old. This one I used because this one's a classic. When you teach tourism, I used this one. Did I use this one, or maybe it was for my class? No, that was for my class because that was for my master's. So I used that as a student. I went to Guanajuato to do some research with my advisor. We went to San Miguel de Allende, we went to Guanajuato, and we took a class there and did some research. So I have a whole folder about that, and probably more folders about our trip to Guanajuato. All right, so those are all the books that I have to get rid of. So looking at all the books that I have to organize first and get rid of, I am actually excited to start this process of getting rid of these books because, like I said earlier, many of these have been with me for over 20 years, and some of them I have not opened in those 20 years, okay? Some of them more recent, but either way, they all have to go because I haven't opened them in like at least 5 years, okay? So I'm excited to get rid of them and for somebody else to use them. And and I also found something that I have kept and from my years as a professor, and that I always cherish, and this card that I got from one of my students. One of the classes that I taught was a business class. It was a tourism business class, so they had to create a tourism business. And one of the groups, so it was a group project, and one of the girls actually used the class project to start her own business, like a legit business, not like a make-believe for a grade, a real business. And this is the card that they actually gave me as a group at the end of the semester. It says, "Dear Dr. Eno, thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation. We appreciate your guidance throughout this project. We hope you continue to inspire students as you have for us this semester as you wish, Dream Team." And this card I always keep because it just warms my heart and it just reminds me of the things that I've done or the things that I do right now. That's why even for you, for your business, testimonials are always great. Not only for yourself, or I should say, not only for other people to see potential clients, but also for yourself, because it really warms your heart and it reminds you that what you do is important. Yes, what you do is very, very important. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. Bye.